Hello, the game has started. It's my opponent to go first. I've got quite a nice rack. I can't see a 7-letter bingo, but there could well be some 8s through the right floater. Just wondering if there's a bingo through an E. I don't think filacers is good, but I may be thinking of a word which is similar and is good. Okay, well, there is an E. Let me consider the other floaters first. So, how about the T? Not seeing anything with that. Trifocals through a T and an O. Nothing with the R. The E. I'm going to check filacers, but I don't think it's good. It is. Okay, that was a good spot by me. How about the Y? I have the IFY ending and the LY ending. Nothing with the F. Now the A looks like there could be something there, but I'm not seeing it. So, filacers it is for 67. Not so good. I do have Vojt on my rack, VOZ HD, which takes an S, so that does play in column 10. Doesn't score hugely, but it sorts the rack out. My Z can also go next to the A of Trafer. But I can't see anything great using that spot, because anything I play there is going to have a pretty poor rack leave. So Vojt is the clear candidate in terms of sorting the rack out. And I think when the rack is this bad, then a move which sorts the rack out has significant value over and above score. I guess it's the rack leave component which is impacting the score and rack leave calculus more. Is there anywhere else for Vojt? And if that's blocked, what do I play? Trafer takes nothing after it. Well, opponent has blocked my spot, which is annoying. I thought for a moment it was still available, but it isn't. I have Visor, which does sort the rack out and scores well. It takes an S. But that's just the way it is. Any other said spots? How about this I? Well, yes, because I have Visor over here, which is 1 square higher. So I'm going with this. That's 34. If I'd played ZHO, 46, 12 more points. I think Visor is still better. Not good. Long way from a bingo. Duplicate tiles, only 1 vowel. But there are some floating vowels on the board. Can't see any bingos through them. Now my A can go next to the Z. But I can't really sort my rack out by playing in that spot. But I could, for example, play lad or lamb or la or lat. All of my consonants going next to the O. 39 points for LAH, but double D, M double T, a pretty atrocious rack leave. Can't see anything great through the I, which is a shame. I think the best I can see is admit. Only 18 points, and it's providing access to this triple word square, so I don't really like that. Visor only takes an S at the end. I've got math on my rack. Yeah, 30 points for my opponent. I can't play parallel to iwi because I don't have a vowel to go underneath the W. Now, how about a play in column 3, F? Well, I only have one A, so that's not going to work out. The best I can do is math here. 27 points, quite a decent score. H not hugely dangerous because premium tiles, not many can go next to the H. Pretty horrible rack lead, but 27 points. Can I do better? How about a play through this A which reaches the double word square? Can't see anything. My H can go next to the C, but that doesn't give me anything. So I'm returning again to this I. $18 points, ropey rack leave, generating bingo lanes when I'm ahead. I don't like any of that. What about a play in column 6? Zoe takes an A at the end, so that would be double A. Can't see anything which plays there. I'm going with math for 27. Horrendous, but in a way quite easy to deal with. I think this rack is clearly sufficiently bad to change. I'm not going to score very much with it. And I'm not going to leave myself a decent rack leave. I have a 50-point lead. Not played this opponent before, but he's got a pretty decent rating. So we can see the publicly available information about him or her. Great number of unfinished games, very low, but nothing else to really see. 45 points for my opponent, so we're pretty close now. I suppose the best I can see is band, B-A-N-D-T. 12 points, keeping V and 2 Ds. I'm changing. Do I keep N and T? 5 N's to come. Don't think so. I will keep the T. Well, I have telexing through an E. No E's available. I have exiling through the I of iwi, which has just been blocked. So opponent now takes a 17-point lead. What I can do is play EX down here, which scores well, 39 points. Doesn't provide much for my opponent, and the board as a whole is pretty tight. And the rack leave's okay. I'm going with this. I have blotting and bottling, which play in row H. And bolting is a 7, but I can't see anywhere for that. X takes an O after it. That doesn't work with the bingos I have on my rack. I don't think bolting has an anagram. Blotting could easily get blocked because there are so few opportunities on the board. Can't see anything ending in A. I'm not aware of any 4-letter extensions of GQ. So a 22-point lead and opponent on turn, so pretty close game. This AX front hook, fantastic, just 22 points for my opponent. And my bingo lane remains available. I think both of these plays take an S, bottling and blotting. 63 points. Just wondering if var takes a front hook, possibly a k, but probably not. Anyway, bottling is the best I've seen as a bingo. Fantastic. I draw the first blank, and I may have a back-to-back bingo, and I may not. Only one vowel, so a bingo would probably require the blank to be a vowel. Wow, fantastic comeback by my opponent. 80-point bingo. He now goes into a 17-point lead. Exo takes an N and only an N. I don't have that. Wow, look at that. It's a natural. No blank used. So my elation at playing bottling, short-lived. So what I can do is play Ma. Scores well, just about, 23 points. Doesn't provide a huge opportunity given that the J and the Z have both been played. Interrupts. The N hook for Exo doesn't provide anything. Retains an OK rack leave. Does that add up to enough? Have I properly considered bingos? Nothing with an A or an E. I, O, U, or a Y, possibly Martley. No Y's available. The N and the G floaters avoiding, just duplicating floaters in bottling. I don't love this rack leave. LRT is not good. I think that was the reason I've hesitated a bit. So what about doing this? Moral for 19 points, a much better rack leave. Moral takes an A in front. Is that A better off on my rack? 5 A's to come. I think I'll leave it on my rack. It's definitely a better rack leave. And it helps with AGE ending words. I'm going with this. Right. Surely I have a bingo now. Let me look for sevens first. Nothing has jumped to mind. Cartage and cratage. Great. Those are bingos in row F. So, and I have, this is the beauty of Void Challenge, I have Tagarine, and I say the beauty of Void Challenge because I've always struggled with Tagarine and thought that it may be Tarragine, but I'm actually fairly confident it's Tagarine, and that plays in column 14, also column 11, so I'm definitely bingoing. So now the search turns to column 15. Do I have a bingo through this G, and in particular, do I have a triple triple? Such a play would probably end AGE, and I've got the A and the E, so that leaves Grat and a blank. So this rack plus a G, that's gradate as a 7. This rack plus a G, close to aggregate. Okay, well, I don't have to worry about that. Opponent burns the S for just 27 points. Only 2 S's to come. So, where is best? I have Tagarine in column 11, which gets doubled, but opens up row A and provides a ton of floaters. If I play Cartage in row F, then it doesn't get doubled, but I do get all the points from Moral, which is effectively doubling, and it provides very little. So, I think I do that. Cartage for... Well, what about playing it back here for a slightly bigger score? Cartage for 69. What was the score over here? I didn't play. 73, so this is more. Ah, because the C is a blank. Yeah. Okay, I'm going with this. And I draw the second blank. I have Duras in column 14. Do I have anything else? Well, not much of the board left available for bingos apart from column 14. I have a 50-point lead. Row E is a bingo lane. I have Rhodora as well. Cartage takes an S, not many words end S blank G. Bottling takes an S, so I have Duras in column 13. Now, maybe I should have played Tear Gas last turn. Yeah, probably would have scored about 10 more points, but it would have provided a ton of floaters, so Cartage wouldn't be hugely behind. And it is to my advantage having the board tight, given that I have the lead, even if I didn't have the blank. The Exxon hook remains available in row O. Could be worth 30 or 40 points. So if column 13 remains available, I'll have the choice between Duras sticking a D in the middle of row A and Duras in column 14 providing very little, and those options remain available. However, I have a new one and a better one. It's not better. I have Rhodora, 91 points, big score, pretty useful floater. So, do I play this? How bingo-y do the remaining tiles look? No blanks. Pretty unbalanced, a ton of E's. Rhodora is nice, apart from column 15. It interrupts a lot. It takes out the bingo lane in row D. It interrupts column 13 and column 14. I'm going with this. Well, remaining tiles looking slightly less unbalanced. But I have a 100-point lead, so really it's only a triple-triple, which is problematic for me in column 15. And column 15 is only available for triple-triples because of the placement of dosage. I have an N for Exxon. So I have... wow, look at that. Opponent bingos. He doesn't triple-triple, but he comes back to within 30 points. 5 tiles in the bag, including an N. So, hotspots really, row O and column 15. 5 tiles left, so if I play Bean, 29 points, decent score. 6 vowels left out of 12, so it's completely balanced. Pretty decent rack leave. I'm leaving 1 in the bag. This E next to the triple letter square, triple word square, not particularly useful for my opponent. The best he can do is stick a D on that. And that's actually going to be quite hard to do. I'm going with this. Am I? Just wondering if it's possible to get a bit more score. No, because I have nothing which goes under the eye, so this is the best I can do. Great, I draw the K, which is a scoring tile. No bingo lanes left on the board. Let me just check Kavar. I don't think it's good at all. Nope. Good call. So, am I far enough ahead to win? Not comfortably. I'm 50 odd points ahead. I haven't seen a massive play for my opponent, but there could be one. Opponent can't calculate an out in 2 because there's 1 in the bag. Interesting, he's created a new bingo lane. And I think Candids is good. I'm pretty sure it's good. So he has a bingo and that will probably win, I think, if I leave it available. 81 points rather, 460 odd. Yeah, so I need to take that out. How best to do that? Well, I can play keep and purr. Now the tiles that can go in front of you are O and P from my rack. So do I have anything which puts an O in that spot? Don't think so. So with a P down here, is there anything else which works? I don't think there is. So I think it has to be keep. So I've now got an 80-point lead. Opponent's got a bingo. K takes nothing in front, so he can't play it in row C. A keep, not good. A peak is. And I'm not going out in 1, but that's fine because I think keep guarantees the win. But I am looking around in case there is an out in 1, which I haven't identified yet. I have IO above Rodora, 11 points. So 27 for my opponent. My opponent's got ads. Can he go out in 2? He's got, in 1 rather, he's got dads and yours. And does he have a second out? Yes, he has sad above bean. So this is my last move. IO for 11. Don't think I've seen anything better than that. And I can go out in 2 spots with you, should my opponent not go out in 1, but he will. So where is best for him? I've seen sad in row N. I think Seds is good. So I think that's the best I've seen. 4 minutes on his clock. And the final score, 430 to my opponent, 478 to me, a winning margin of 48 points, so a huge, huge win. Let's see what I missed. It was my opponent to go fast. He played Trafer, and I have Philacers, and it is the only bingo. Still looks a strange word. Horrible rack for my opponent. Plays Iwi. And I thought about Zo down here. Didn't like sticking the O in the middle of row O. So I played Visor for 34, and I still like that. Although the rack leaves DHT and DRTV, probably not a huge amount between them. The choice of play was very much determined by opening up row O. Visor opens up very little. Opponent's rack, and you see he would have had Jotun in row O. Plays Lou. and this was a really tricky rack. And I played math in the end. I didn't particularly like it, but there's nothing obviously better. All the scores are in the sort of low to mid-20s, and all the rack leaves are horrible, or sub-ideal. Or the sort of rack leaves which make you think that there must be a better play with a better rack leave, but in this instance there wasn't. Opponent's rack plays GQ, and at this point there's just 7 points between us, and I have an atrocious rack. I change, and I'm happy with that. Opponent's rack plays Chin. Xenial for 41, where's that? Wow, through this A, making Zol, that's pretty nice. And I do X for just 2 fewer points, and Glint probably is a better rack leave than GT. But not hugely. But I think enough to overcome a 2-point deficit. Nice rack for my opponent. He's blocked his own bingo of inviting by playing Chin. So he plays Vi, and now I have bottling and blotting. Great bingo by my opponent with ointing. A couple of other options available. Now, did I miss something here? No, I didn't. And I played Moral for 19, and it was a choice between Moral and Amoral, and I still like Moral. The A, I think, significantly improves a rack leave of RT blank. By itself, an A, it might even be worth minus something, minus a half. But I think in this instance it probably improves the rack leave by maybe 6 or 7 points. So I play Moral. Opponent plays Dosage, and yeah, that's the tear gas play. Doesn't even open up row A, so yeah, I think that would have been the play. Although I only dropped 4 points by playing Cartage. And Cartage really doesn't provide any new bingo lanes. Well, I guess row E, but it takes out a significant number. So it might actually be a better play than tear gas. Opponent plays Yor, and now I have Rodora, which looks best, and Duras was the other option I was considering, and I didn't see Roadhog. Fantastic bingo for my opponent, completely changed the ending of the game. It looked like I was coasting to victory and just had to survive a triple-triple, but opponent gets a bingo down, and suddenly my lead is only about 30 points, with 5 in the bag. I play Bean, and opponent, what does he do here? He plays UR to open up a new bingo lane, which is probably the right thing to do, the only way he could win. I have to block Candid, so I think keep is the best. Opponent plays Nikad. Oh wow, look at this. OU, Guchin, and New. Guchin is such a sneaky word. So many times it pops up, and every time it pops up and I miss it, I vow to not miss it in future, and I managed to do so. It should be fairly obvious when you've got a chin, gap, and a G that a Guchin is playable, but I didn't see it. So what did I do? I think I played IO for 11. And then opponent goes out with Sad for 15. So, fantastic game. Always good to win. Always good to get over 450 points. Pretty rip-roaring game. Plenty of bingos and quite close running into the end game. Certainly not a game I could really relax at any point, although there were a couple of points where I thought I might be able to. But on both occasions, opponent comes back with a bingo, and we were fairly level, or he was within striking distance of me. So many thanks to my opponent for such a cracking game. I hope you enjoyed watching that game, and I will see you next time.